It's whistle time.
Just a deterrent. Somebody really wants this, they're gonna get it. Holy shit. City riding sure is something. I don't know how much battery I got left on this, so I'm gonna just spit out a bunch of nonsense, I guess. There used to be like a scooter shop out in this part of town, like Vespa, Kimco, Piaggio, you name it, they had it. And then the old man who ran it by himself retired, and we haven't had a scooter shop in town since. Used to be called Scenic City Scooters, and it was a magical place. It was last opened when I was a kid, but I used to hang out there a lot. But yeah, one of my viewers, I forgot who you were, I'm sorry, I have the memory of a goldfish, asked me to compare this bike with my scooter that I had. And while comparison is indeed the thief of joy, I'll do it because I'm nice. And I want to make this person happy. I'll rip the biggest difference between this bike and the scooter is the amount of acceleration and control you have at speed. One thing I do greatly miss about the scooter was the storage capacity. Like, I had to put saddlebags on this one to get just what was under the seat on the PCX. And if I wanted to ruin the look by throwing a top box on, I would. And then I would be equivalent to what I had. However, what I can do is get a massive bag and a sissy bar. Like real easy rider shit. And throw it on there. And that's what I'm planning on doing. But yeah, now the wind protection on the scooter was insane. This has basically none, so I had to throw on a windscreen, and I don't like this windscreen very much. Like, it does its job, but it wobbles a lot and I can feel it, you know? And it pushes down on my brake and throttle cables pretty significantly. It doesn't really interfere with operation of them, clearly. However, it doesn't look nice. So I'm thinking about either going with a Buddy Bezos Special or, you know, the old T-Rex Racing, old reliable. Leaning towards Buddy Bezos on this one though, because like if I spend $120 on a windscreen that I hate it, I'm gonna scream because I already spent $110 on this piece of shit. But that's neither here nor there. I'm on a non sequitur. But like, yeah, no, I already spent $110 on this, and like at that point, what the fuck? Like, why would I? But like, yeah, no, it's just a thing. It's just a thing. All that being said, I have to focus a lot more when I ride this one because like the shifting is something I had grown accustomed to not having to do. But despite that, I don't mind it. It's actually very engaging. The round headlight is nice. The round headlight is great. I love round headlights. I think they're nice. I think they're posh. I think they're supreme. I think they are superior to the insectoid look that is very popular on bikes nowadays. With the scooter, all I'd have to do is replace a drive belt. Like every 8,000 miles after the first 16K. With this, you gotta fucking get down there and clean and lube it every 500. I don't adhere to that very well. In fact, most of the time it's a little bit longer than that, but it seems to be doing all right. And in real world conditions where this isn't your hobby, you can let it go a little bit. Like, just as long as you keep it lubed, you don't have to clean it as often. So that's the thing. The lube is more important. You put it up in the stand every 500 miles and throw some lube on that bitch. You'll be fine. If it rains, maybe a little sooner. We're not doing all that all the time. Like, I'm not super anal about it. And I know, like, certain Redditors would hear me say that and be like, oh, well, you know, you're going to explode like somebody chucked a grenade at you if you don't do that. And to that I say, probably not. The seating position is a little different. I'm a little more leaned forward on this one. It's easier to go full lock, I'll give it that. Like, the handlebars aren't hitting my knees, so that's cool. U-turns are a little more involved. Slow speed stuff in general is a little more involved on this. The scooter put in most of the work on the slow speed stuff, and on this one you've got to really focus. Otherwise you might stall it and fall over, and nobody wants that. It's already happened to me once. That's why my handlebars look a little weird. They are ever so slightly bent at the mounts. Just one way. This one's a little further forward than this one, but the bar itself is fine. If a bike ain't been dropped, it ain't been rode. That's just all there is to it. There are two kinds of motorcyclists. Those who have never dropped a bike and those who actually ride. Wouldn't want to do it again. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. The mirrors suck. I will say that. The mirrors do suck. The PCX had excellent mirrors. They reached out far enough. These are trying to maintain an aesthetic, and they don't adjust any more than this. So it's mostly bicep. Like, I can see part of my titty and I can see my bicep. So that's like probably my biggest gripe with this bike. The mirrors suck. I'm gonna be replacing them soon, so it is what it is. But like, the PCX's speedometer may have been off by like 1, maybe 2. This is off by 5. 4 or 5 miles an hour. Like, it's very off. The problem is, if you hit it with a speedo fixer, it makes the odometer out of sync, so there's no point in really doing it. But yeah, no, the speedometer is off by 4 or 5 generally, and the faster you go, the more off it gets, which is whatever. This isn't like setting any land speed records anyway. It's a 400. We have school zone yet? Yeah, buddy, we do. Yeah, the miles per gallon on this, like, the fuel economy isn't as good as the scooters was, but that's a given. Like, it's hard to beat a 150cc scooter. Like, those things sip gas. But this little guy does pretty good. 54 miles to the gallon, and that's with me riding like a dumbass and with bags on that ruin the arrows. Oh yeah, on the scooter, since Honda had fucked up sizes, and like the only really easy place to get the tires was on was at the dealership. The tires on this end up being a touch more expensive. They are, however, much easier to put on. So there is that. There's also a lot more customization going on with this bike. Even though it's relatively new, the aftermarket's already kind of exploded. It's pretty nice. You know, despite all of that, I do miss the scooter a bit. You always miss that first foray back. But yeah, no, that's about it. I've compared all I can compare. I think I still have video running. That's cool. Let's see. Yep. We're still rolling. So yeah, on that note, I think I'm gonna call it here. Gotta keep the next couple miles between me and the insurance company. Y'all have you a good one. Bye!